The lunchtime rush at Riverstone Diner was louder than usual. Plates clattered, conversations overlapped, and the smell of grilled burgers and fresh coffee floated through the air. Families laughed, co-workers talked business, and teenagers scrolled on their phones. But in the far corner, at a small table for two, sat an old man who didn't look like he belonged to the noise around him. His name was Mr. Douglas, an 82-year-old retired schoolteacher. His gray coat was neatly buttoned, his hands trembled slightly as he lifted his fork, and an untouched slice of cherry pie sat across the table, set perfectly in front of an empty chair. Every few minutes, he looked at the chair as if waiting for someone who was late. At another table nearby sat Ethan Stone, a 27-year-old paramedic grabbing a quick lunch between shifts. Ethan noticed the old man the moment he walked in. Something about the man's eyes, something quiet, something lonely, tugged at him. Ethan asked his waiter, "Who's he waiting for?" The waiter shrugged. "He comes here every week, same time, same table, orders 2 slices of pie. Don't think anyone ever shows up." Ethan glanced again. The old man was trying to eat, but every bite seemed forced. Suddenly, Mr. Douglas pulled a small photograph from his wallet and placed it beside the empty plate. He stared at it for a long time, blinking back tears. That was all Ethan needed to see. He stood, walked over, and gently tapped the edge of the table. "Excuse me, sir. Would you mind if I sit with you?" The old man lifted his head, surprised, almost startled. "Oh, young man, I don't want to bother you." "You're not bothering me at all," Ethan said with a warm smile. "I'd really like to join you." Slowly, the old man nodded. "All right, please." Ethan sat down. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then, Ethan pointed to the extra slice of pie. "Is someone joining you?" The old man swallowed hard. "She used to," he whispered. "My wife, Margaret. This was our favorite diner." He paused, voice trembling. "Today is her birthday." Ethan felt his throat tighten. "I'm so sorry, Mr. Douglas smiled sadly. "She passed away 3 years ago, but every year, on her birthday, I come here and order 2 slices. One for me, and one for her." He touched the photograph gently. "She would always say this cherry pie could fix any bad day." Ethan looked at the empty chair again, and something in his heart broke open. "Well," Ethan said softly, "I never met your wife, but I'd be honored to share her slice today." The old man's eyes widened, and suddenly filled with tears. No one has ever said that before. Ethan reached across the table. "I'm here now." For the next hour, the two talked like old friends. Douglas shared stories of his wife, how she baked blueberry muffins every Sunday, how she loved gardening, how she laughed louder than anyone else in the room. Ethan listened to every word, smiling, laughing, sometimes wiping a tear. But what neither of them knew was that a young woman at another table had been recording the moment quietly, touched by the sight of a stranger comforting a lonely elderly man. When the bill came, Ethan quickly grabbed it. "No, I can't let you pay," Mr. Douglas protested. "You didn't let me meet your wife," Ethan said with a grin, the first real laugh Ethan had heard from him. As they stood to leave, Ethan gently offered his arm. "Let me walk you to your car." Outside, the sky was bright and crisp. Birds chirped somewhere in the distance. Douglas walked slowly, holding Ethan's arm for balance. "Thank you, son," he said softly. "You made an old man feel like he wasn't alone today." "You're not alone," Ethan replied. "Not anymore." Mr. Douglas smiled with watery eyes and hugged him. A fragile, grateful hug that lasted longer than expected. Later that night, Ethan returned home and checked his phone. Hundreds of notifications were flooding in. The video of him sitting with the old man had gone viral. Millions of people shared it. Faith in humanity restored. A small act of kindness can change a whole life. We need more Ethans in this world. By morning, news reporters were at the diner, interviewing the staff. Strangers arrived with flowers, birthday cards, and pies for Mr. Douglas. The diner owner even announced, "Every elderly person eating alone gets free pie, in honor of Mrs. Douglas." When Ethan visited the diner again the next week, he found Mr. Douglas already waiting, but this time, not alone. 3 new people had joined his table after seeing the video. He laughed, waving at Ethan. "Look," he said, "Margaret's birthday brought me new friends." Ethan smiled, his heart full. Sometimes the smallest act, sitting with someone who's alone, becomes the moment that heals a lifetime. And sometimes it goes viral. Fall/A